policy owner. Which mga dokis, yan ang tip ko sa inyo because luckily, yung aking agent was smart enough na ako yung policy owner dahil ako yung nagbabayad and he was the one who has the benefits of the health insurance. Kaya when we got separated, ako yung irrevocable beneficiary.
Yes, Doc Bry.
Doc, can I choose my own hospital or hospital na gusto ko magpa-insure ako nagpapa-insurance ako?
For a 50,000 coverage lang ng health, some pre-existing condition may be covered. Pero for a higher premium, like 1 million, 2 million, or even higher, pre-existing condition, like sabi po ni Doc Jean na kailangan meron pong waiting period.
Hello, Dockies!
Please!
Hello, Doc Bry!
Doc Jean!
Yes. Well, mga Dockies, we have a very interesting topic that we will be discussing. Ayan. Doc Bry, excited ka na ba?
Excited na ako, Doktora. Kayo ba?
Excited na ako. Kasi as usual, we have a resource person who will assist us in discussing our topic on this episode. Ayan. And this will assist not only mga dockies but of course other audience that are not in the field of dentistry because this is about trying to make sure na you are financially okay as you grow older or until you retire. Di ba? Tama ba yon, Doc Bry?
Totoo yun, Doc. Maganda ng financially secured tayo pagtanda. Ang hirap na kasi. Panahon ngayon, pandemic pa naman.
Seems to be the always topic of the day, ang walang katapusang pandemic. But at any rate, this person is also a docky who has very booming practice and will soon open his second branch with his wife. He has a very active dental practice which is called Dentista ko. And he's also a good friend of ours. And you've been seeing him for the past episodes of Usapang Dentista. Di ba, Doc Bry?
Yes, that's
Yes.
true. Parang pinaka-guest natin for the whole season, kumbaga.
Correct. Yan. So, without further ado, Doc Bry, please introduce our special guest for this discussion.
With pleasure, Doktora. So, I would like to introduce our special guest for today, Dr. Harris ko. Yay!
Yay! Hello, Doc Harris.
Hello! Magandang araw at magandang hapon, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Hello, Doc Bry, and hello, Doc Jean.
Hello. Yes. And this is going to be very interesting kasi the reason why we created the entire season of Usapang Dentista in regards to financial security ayan, in all stages of life. And one of the things in order for us to be financially secure is of course trying to get insurance in order to protect us in terms of the days that unexpected things can happen. Yan. And Doc Harris is not only a dentist but also a financial advisor of AXA Live. Ayan. Kaya talagang we've been trying to build all the things that we have been discussing kasi we believe this is very important for everyone to do kasi nga SHIT happens in our lives and
Yes.
that is unexpected. Tapos we have no idea of, later on what is going to happen. So
Totoo.
anyway, let's start with the interesting discussion mga Doki so that mas marami tayong matututunan kay Doc Harris kasi talagang ito yung kanyang, kumbaga ika nga forte outside the dental practice. Di ba, Doc Harris?
Yes.
Yan. So, Doc Harris, we will start with, ito mga Doc is very critical as you often hear Doc Harris every time he provides an advice in different stages of our lives. He always mention about health insurance. Yan. So, because he felt na it is very critical because, di ba, Doc Bry, all of us get sick. Di ba?
Totoo
No
yun.
matter how old we are, as been seen in this pandemic.
Walang
Di ba?
binibilit.
Yes. Anytime you can. So, on the terms of health insurance, as we go along, mga docs, we will try to delve into the certain things that you should need to know para you can protect yourself and have a security when it comes to getting an health insurance. Now, Doc Harris, our first part is, of course, ownership. Ano ba ang pinaka-main definition when it comes to the ownership? Ang health insurance kasi is a policy that has health benefits and sometimes it also has other benefits besides the health, di ba? Kasi
Yes.
like, halimbawa, pag namatay or whatever. So, basically, can you define us when it comes to ownership of a health insurance?
Two things po yun. Policy owner, policy insured. Ang policy owner, siya yung may-ari ng insurance. Siya yung nagbabayad. A parent can be the policy owner. A grandparent can be a policy owner. Ang policy insured, siya ang pinaka-equation on the box of the insurance. Kung sino ang mamamatay, kung sino magkakasakit, that will all be zero into sino ang insured. But the insured can also be the parent or the grandparent, but the insured can also be the kids or the minor who cannot still be able to pay for the life insurance or the health insurance.
Kaya mga dokis, we wanted to discuss to you the ownership of health insurance because this is something that I personally experienced, mga dokis, because nga I recently had, no, not recent, but I'm going through I'm going through annulment and I was the policy owner of a health insurance of my ex-husband. So he was the one insured and I was the policy owner. Which mga dokis, yan ang tip ko sa inyo because luckily, yung aking agent was smart enough na ako yung policy owner dahil ako yung nagbabayad and he was the one who has the benefits of the health insurance. Kaya when we got separated, ako yung irrevocable beneficiary, which later we will discuss. Pero iyan yung the reason why we brought up ownership is para sa inyong mga dokis, when you are the one paying for the health insurance and you are not the one insured for the health, then you better make sure that you are the policy owner. Di ba, Doc Harris? Tama ba ako
Yes,
doon?
yes. Make sure that kung hindi ikaw ang insured at ikaw ang nagbabayad, make sure
Correct.
you're the beneficiary. So that if something happens to the insured, you be the beneficiary. Just in case.
Correct. Yun. Hindi, at saka ganun din yun di ba? Halimbawa, sa parent or sa kids, yung mga
Yes,
ganon,
yes.
di ba? Kasi napaka-critical kung halimbawa ikaw nagbabayad tapos in the end, wala kang naging benefit afterwards, di ba?
Yes.
So Doc Bride, do you have any question when it comes to ownership?
Yeah, ang question ko is, ilan ba dapat ang insurance ng isang tao?
Actually, the more insurance a person have, the better.
Meron bang
Doesn't
ruling behind that? Yeah.
uh, Actually, there is a ruling of the maximum amount to be insured per person. Pero sa buong mundo, wala pa naman wala ilan pa lang siguro yung kinakailangan mag tumap up sa millions ng maximum allowable insurance ng isang tao. So
Ayan.
sa Pilipinas, I don't think meron ganun eh. So sa ibang bansa, I think meron sa Middle Eastern area or Middle Eastern country, yes, meron naka-maximum ang insurable nila. Yung mga sheikh saka mga prince, maximum ang insurance nila.
So, dyan na tayo papasok, Doc Bryce, sa health coverage. Now, ito yung, ano yung kino-cover, di ba, Doc Harris, when it comes to, specifically for health insurance. So that para hindi masyado maguluhan na yung mga dokies kasi maraming klaseng insurance eh. So we will
Yes.
specifically discuss about health. So, Doc Harris, ang una is, di ba sa isang health insurance, may certain typical coverage yan, 'di ba? Kasi dahil nga I have an health insurance, ang tendency niya merong ina-add sa like major disease benefit na tinatawag. So merong typical at saka merong mas extendable, parang ganon. Can you
Yes,
kindly
yes.
explain, Doc Harris, how does it work when you get a
So,
health insurance?
health insurance can be two types. One health insurance would cover for the critical illnesses, for the minor critical illnesses, for the major critical illnesses. Another type of insurance would cover for hospitalization, checkups, surgeries, inpatient hospitalization, outpatient hospitalization, even dental services, and optical services, even vaccinations. So, two separate yun. Isa yung puro critical illness lang, saka minor and major. Isa naman would act as parang health card.
Okay.
Doktor o doktora?
Yes. Yes, Doc
Doc,
Brian.
can I choose my own hospital or hospital na gusto ko magpa-insure ako nagpapa-insurance ako? I
Actually,
mean,
that
for,
would depend on the policy that you got. Meron mga local health card na ang ibibigay sa iyo na choices would be from the list of their accredited doctors and hospital. However, some other company provides kahit sa hospital mo na gusto pumunta, kahit na sino doktor gusto mong puntahan, kahit na saang lugar sa ibang bansa gusto mong pagamot, pwede. That would go for the health card. However, for the one na critical illness naman, usually ang binibigay dyan pag na-discover na meron ka ng sakit, like cancer, ang binibigay dyan is the lump sum amount of the full sum insured.
Ibig mo sabihin, Doc, halimbawa, let's say, naka-insured ako na may major disease benefit, ika nga, or critical
Yes.
illness. If I was diagnosed with cancer, ang ending, hindi i-installment ng insurance yung
No. Usually,
nung pera. So, kumbaga, lump sum niyang
lump
ibibigay
sum.
sa'yo the moment you were diagnosed.
Yes.
Okay. Ang typical ba ngayon, Doc Harris, is you really have to reimburse first before, you pay first from your own pocket and
It
then you
depends, actually.
reimburse.
It depends upon the policy that you got. For example,
Okay.
on the local brand sa Pilipinas, meron mga locally, start with letter M. Letter
Ah.
M. Sila, yun. Yung letter M na yon, meron sila binibigay na card. Tapos, upon confinement, papakita mo lang yung card na yon, tapos doon dinidebit. So nakikita mo, parang siyang credit card actually. Tapos, doon binabawas yung mga expenses mo. Up to a
Okay.
certain cap only.
Okay. So,
So,
ngayon pa pag
up to a certain
bumibili
limit.
ka ng health insurance, Doc Harris, is that it is more on the value that you are paying for. Like for example, I want to be insured up to 1 million. Ang ganon. Or 500,000. Ganun ba yung bilihan ngayon sa health?
Yes, actually. Tama po yun. Ang bilihan sa health ngayon is depende sa card na pipiliin mo, na bibilihin mo. For example, I would want to be covered for 500,000 or 200,000. Then, I'll go for these cards available that you could purchase na even online. Kasi this would cover me for a year, and the coverage would be if I get confinement and possibly for dental services, pwede din. Tapos the cost would just be mas mababa ng konti kasi the cost of the premium would depend on the coverage.
Okay. And how about Doc Harris, pre-existing condition? Kasi yan yung normally nagkakaroon ng problem eh. You got a health insurance and then you forgot to tell the health insurance yung pre-existing condition mo. Like for example, tinago mo, tapos hindi mo diniklara, 'di ba? Tapos nagkaroon ka ng pero after a year pa nagkaroon ka ng need to use that. Nung dati kasi when I bought my health insurance, the pre-existing conditions can be reimbursed or you can get already your benefits if something happens to you with the pre-existing condition a year later. Similar to suicide as well. Ganun pa rin ba ngayon or it is different na?
For the pre-existing condition, depende po sa pre-existing condition. We're talking about the health card na medyo premium ng konti or we're talking about the health card na 100,000, 200,000 lang po. Kasi for a lower-end health card, possibly the pre-existing condition may be covered. May be covered. So some may be covered. For example, for a 50,000 coverage lang ng health, some pre-existing condition may be covered. Pero for a higher premium, like 1 million, 2 million, or even higher, pre-existing condition, like sabi po ni Doc Jean na kailangan meron pong waiting period. Or, better yet, syempre, para sa akin, I would want to have the client declare all their sickness. If they've been hospitalized before, declare it. Para sa akin, as much as possible, try not to conceal anything, especially with health insurance.
Pero, Doc Harris, in general, if pre-existing condition, halimbawa, hindi mo alam, hindi ka nakapanood nitong episode na to. In general, in health insurances, is pre-existing condition excluded?
It depends. Some pre-existing condition can be covered with waiting period.
How about, Doc Harris, nga sa suicide cases?
Suicide cases for health insurance is not covered.
Doc Harris, may question ako. Doc Harris, pag for example, di ba may mga taong na-operahan gano'n, napuputulan ng limbs or hands or arms, after ba nung kanilang hospitalization, meron covered pa rin ba yung mga prosthesis nila?
It depends on the type of insurance, health insurance na kukunin nila. Some covers that, however, some doesn't. Kasi meron kasing iba, for example, you get the local health card lang na ang maximum na dapat mo consume is 200,000. So, some covers that. Basta maubos mo na yung 200,000. Para siyang prepaid card na 200,000, oops, ubos na. O, yun. Yun yung coverage mo. Tapos, however, some naman covers 5 million, 20 million, declines or doesn't cover prosthesis.
So, Doc Harris, pag for example, nagpa-hospital ako, nakakonsume ako ng 1 million, pero ang coverage ko ay 2 million. Yung 1 million, pwede ko pa kunin yun para sa gamot ko habang gumagaling ako sa sakit ko. For example,
yes, pwede. And it also depends on the finer lines. Diyan pumapasok yung fine lines pag kubil tayong mga insurance. So, dapat we should really read all the fine prints. Kasi, like sabi mo, di ba, 2 million coverage ko, 1 million pala nagagastos ko. So, the remaining 1 million could it still cover for the medication that I will be taking. Sa fine line, actually, pwedeng nakalagay doon na 30 days or 60 days or 90 days after the confinement, covered pa rin yun. So, dapat basahin mabuti yon.
Maganda
Nare-refer
actually
ko,
yung tanong ni Doc Bry, yung sa medicine. Is
Opo.
that typically included din sa
At,
mga health
so,
insurance?
actually, it does, dapat. Pero, it depends nga sa fine prints kasi some doesn't cover that one eh. Some kasi paglabas mo ng ospital, tapos na ang obligasyon sa'yo ng insurance company. However, some naman, kino-cover pa nila for 30, for 60, and for 90 days after the hospitalization.
Dok, kung for example, 2020, nagkasakit ako ng, sabihin na natin, pneumonia, ganyan, gumaling ako.
Okay?
Tapos 2021, nagkaroon ako ng cancer. So, noong 2020, na-consume ko na yung 20 million ko, yung 2 million ko sa insurance ko. Next year ba, may 2 million ba ulit ako?
On some insurance company, they parang binabawas na nila yun eh. Para siyang prepaid card like I said kanina, binabawas na nila. On some other
Okay.
companies naman, reset every year. For example, 2 million ka, di ba? So, 2
Opo.
million every year ang coverage mo. Reset lang siya ng reset 2 million, 2 million.
Okay.
Meron din, for health insurance naman, meron naman covered ka ng cancer. Tapos, pag na-cancer ka na 2 million, next year, hindi ka na pwede magka-cancer. Dapat ibang sakit ka na para makaka-cover. Yes, meron
dapat,
pong ganun.
dapat iba na sakit mo.
Dapat ibang sakit mo para
ma-cover
ma-cover
ka.
ka. Cancer coverage mo, na-consume mo na, hindi ka na pwede kumuha ng pera for the cancer coverage next year or the following year. Or sometimes, pag nakuha mo na yun for cancer mo, they would exclude you na for cancer coverage. Or they would increase your premium na. So, depende
Okay.
sa health card na kukunin mo yun actually.
Eh, paano kung yung bagong disease came about because of your cancer?
Yeah, mga ganun yung tanong ko.
Kung yung disease na yun came about of your cancer, it would depend on the coverage ng, kung ang cover nakalagay sa fine print is this, kasi meron kasing some company offers cancer plan, but they will
Okay.
give you multiple payment for cancer. Kaya lang, basahin niyo dapat ang fine prints written there na you should be cancer-free for at least 3 years or at least 5 years to get another cancer claim. Parang ganon. Importante talaga yung sobrang importante ang fine print. So, as much as possible, pag nahawakan nyo na yung policy, dapat basahin nyo pati fine prints with your financial advisor kasi dun kasi nakadepende yung mga possible problem later on. Lalo na kung na-confine na kayo, tapos lalabas na kayo. Kala nyo wala na kayong babayaran, pero pagdating ng bill, ang dami pa pala. So dapat, para clear at walang problema, kailangan read all the fine prints. Talk to a good financial advisor as well, na hindi kayo lolokohin.
Eh, paano nga ngayon yan yung COVID, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng mga ibang variants, mga ganyan. Is that automatically covered in your health insurance?
With AXA health card, yes, COVID are covered and its variant are covered. I'm talking about
Kahit
AXA.
na matagal
I'm talking
na
about
yung
AXA.
policy mo.
Yes. With AXA health card.
Doc Harris, sa health insurance ko pumapasok din yung mga nai-insure yung kamay, nai-insure yung ibang body parts dahil part ng trabaho.
Sa accident
nila.
naman yon.
Kapag
Yes,
for
Doc
example, unfortunately namatay ka sa hospital during your operation, ano maka-cover sa'yo? Yung hospitalization ba? O pati yung death?
Depende yun sa policy na kukunin mo. Kasi meron policy na covered ang death and hospitalization. Paano kung dead on arrival? May cover ba doon? Pag dead on arrival, ang nabayaran lang ng company is the ambulance, yung service ng ambulance from where the accident happened or where the problem happened papunta sa hospital. Yun lang yung covered. Pero for the death limb, wala na. Meron naman policy that would take care of the health and the hospitalization and the life. So pag namatay, like you said, Doc Bry, pag namatay ba, may coverage pa. Meron ganun klaseng policy.
Charis, pupunta na tayo sa, syempre, pinag-usapan natin yung coverage. So, may kalakip na presyo. may kalakip na babayaran yan yung mga policyholder. So, basically, by your experience, what is the at least the minimum amount that one should get as a health coverage? Kasi 'di ba kanina we discussed na it is based on the price. So with the cost of the hospitalization nowadays, the medicine and everything else, magkano ba ang pinaka at least reasonable na kukunin mo na price for your health insurance?
Uh, for the reasonable price, it would depend on your lifestyle and income. Kasi
Okay.
syempre, iba-iba yung gauge, iba-iba yung level natin, di ba? So, pinaka-normal or probably it's a rule of thumb na health insurance would at least be 5 times of your annual income. So
5
if you're
times?
of your annual income.
Ah,
It could
okay.
go higher and it could go a little lower, pero yun yung baseline mo para at least you know how much
Okay.
you should have.
Okay.
5 times of your annual income.
Wow, that's a very interesting ano. So at least may
Meron kang
baseline
benchmark.
sila.
Yes,
Oo,
may baseline
oo.
ka. For example, you're earning
Oo.
1 million, at least
Oo.
have at least 5 million health insurance.
Okay.
Gross pala yun, gross. Gross, not
Gro-
earning. Gross.
Annual gross.
Annual gross. 5 times of
Pamahal
your
na
annual
pamahal.
gross.
Yeah.
Para at
Ibig
least mga safe
sabihin,
side
di mo
tayo.
pa binabawasan yung tax.
Hindi pa. Hindi pa, wala pa yung tax.
Okay. So, di ba ang mga factors na i-influence sa price ng isang health insurance is one, age, second
Yes.
is pre-existing condition,
Yes.
and then third, ano
Lifestyle.
pa ang iba pa,
Gender.
Doc Aris? Gender?
Yes.
Bakit gender?
Kasi merong male and female. Kasi syempre, number one, babae lang ang nanganganak, babae lang nabubuntis. So,
Okay.
it's also a factor for health insurance. Kasi syempre pag nanganak mo ang isang babae, merong hormonal changes sa kanilang katawan. So that's one factor. Another factor would be to consider is our lifestyle and work or occupation.
Correct.
Syempre, if we're a dentist,
Ah.
syempre yung trabaho natin hindi naman ganun ka risky compared to a security guard or a pilot, mayor ka or senator. Syempre yung risk mo mas mataas din.
Anong mas maganda? Marami kang insurance or isang malaking insurance?
Para sa akin, marami kang insurance on a different company, on a different amount. Don't put your eggs in just one basket. Mas maganda, gusto ko, spread your eggs, diversify.
Yeah. And then, tsaka kasi, Doc Bry, mas maganda talaga iba-iba. Because also, halimbawa, sa age mo ngayon versus sa age ko ngayon, di ba? During sa age mo, maaari your capacity to earn is not that much yet, di ba? And then, your budget is not that big yet. So, you ended up getting a cheaper health insurance. And then,
Yes.
habang
Yung
nag-i-improve
lifestyle nag-improve.
ang finances mo, you can add into it and get a
Yes.
bigger coverage pagdating sa health, di ba? Tama ba ako doon, Doc Harris? Kasi ako
Yes.
ganun. When I started, I was young. Ito lang yung afford ko. Di ba? Kasi yung problem sa health insurance, mga dockies, if you don't really pay it annually, or halimbawa quarterly, or kung ano man yung terms ng payment mo, the moment you miss it out, that's it.
Wala na. That's it. Tapos na.
Correct. So that is why you have to, when it comes to health insurance, you have to make sure that once you get it, you really is going to retain paying for it. Otherwise, you threw away already the money you paid the health
Yes.
insurance for how many years or for that year, 'di ba? Pero Doc
Yes.
Harry, 'di ba may tinatawag na parang additional benefits ngayon ng mga health insurance?
Meron, actually. Some health cards put death benefit sa kanilang health insurance. So, hindi lang sila health insurance, kung ano, dead on arrival, meron pa rin ibibigay. Hindi rin
So
yun mas
pupunta
sulit
na
ng
tayo
konti,
sa
di ba?
yes, pupunta na tayo sa benefits, Doc. Yun. So, as I've mentioned kanina, di ba, I'm the policy holder and my ex is the one who is benefiting
Insured.
the health insurance, di ba? So, when he dies, irrevocable ako, di ba, na beneficiary. Is that correct?
Kung irrevocable beneficiary po kayo,
Ako yung nagbabayad ng
owner,
policy.
kayo po yung
So,
owner.
ha?
Kayo po yung policy owner, sabi nyo kanina.
Oo. So, when he dies, kahit na halimbawa magkaroon siya ng panibagong asawa or, somebody na, he cannot change
Hindi na po. Kasi
his
po,
beneficiary, di
no.
ba?
Kasi po, pag papalitan niya po yung beneficiary niya, you have to sign as well. Kasi po kayo po
Yan.
yung irrevocable beneficiary. So pag kayo po yung irrevocable beneficiary, you have the control as well over the policy. So if he is going to change something on the policy, kailangan niya ng signature po nyo. Yes, Doc Brian.
Kapag, for example, na-outlive ko na yung insurance ko. For example, di ba, nag-insurance na hanggang 60 years old, ganyan, tapos 61 na ako. Anong mangyayari sa insurance ko? Tutuloy ko pa rin ba yun? Makukuha na ba yung pera? Ano ba? Anong
It
mangyayari?
depends. Kasi normally, some health insurance, if it's just a health insurance per se, if it coverage would just be for 60, 65, or 70, 75 years old, hanggang dun lang, max, tapos na. Some naman covers until 99 years old. Pag ang nakalagay sa policy mo is cover mo hanggang 75 lang, pag 76 years old ka na nagkasakit, hindi ka na cover. Kasi ang coverage mo hanggang 75 lang.
So, wala ka nang makukuha doon?
Wala na po. So, dapat para po, before getting a health insurance po, mas maganda talk to your financial advisor para at least the financial advisor would help you assess. Assess what? Number one, syempre, your longevity ng pamilya. So, does your father live long? Does your mother live long? How about your other relatives? Mahaba buhay nila. Pag mahaba yung buhay nila, why would you get a health insurance na hanggang age 65 lang? Get hanggang age 100 or age 99 para at least sure ka na mahaba yung coverage. Number two, masyado bang risky ang family tree mo? Ibig sabihin, nasa family line ba nyo na nagkaka-cancer kayo? Or nasa family line ba nyo na may sakit sa puso or may diabetes? Kung meron, habang wala ka pang sakit, habang wala ka pang diabetes, probably get a health insurance na kasi kung sila nagkaroon, chances of you getting one is also very high.
Doc Harris, pagdating naman sa reimbursement, 'di ba? Ano ba yung mga typical requirements niyan? Let's just say, 'di ba, minsan kasi nagkaroon ka ng sakit tapos lalo na ngayon, tong pandemic na to, hindi mo agad ma-process yung reimbursement. For example, is there a deadline on up to what time you can reimburse your expenses sa insurance?
With AXA, it's 30 days. With other company, I'm not sure. 30 days. Pero with the current trend ngayon ng digitalization, with AXA din, hindi mo na kailangan ng 30 days actually kasi once you come out of the hospital, all the medical bills are nasa kamay mo na, nasa yun yung resibo. All you have to do is get your camera and then take a photo and then send it. Nasa application na siya, ganun siya kabilis, para siyang Facebook lang actually. So, send mo lang siya, para siyang messenger. Tapos na, ganun lang.
Pero, Doc, kasi may mga minsan nagre-request pa ng doctor certificate, yung mga ganun ba?
Mga doctor certificate po, usually, the company would get that na directly from the hospital kasi pag nag-send ka ng galing ka sa ganitong hospital, they would be able to track it na. Usually ngayon kasi medyo digitalized na yung mga system ng mga network of companies, of doctors, of hospitals. Mas mabilis na yung tracing and tracking nila.
Okay. O baka sa AXA lang yan.
I'm not sure, pero with AXA, yes, mabilis na po ngayon actually.
So, for example, wala akong beneficiaries na sinulat, saan mapupunta yung pera ko?
Yung pera. Upon death, a beneficiary would be automatically, kung wala ka nilagay doon na beneficiary, it would go to your first degree parents, or a spouse or kids. Kung wala ka pang asawa, so sa parents. Kung wala na yung parents mo, first degree relative. So mga pinsan, uncle, auntie, so sila mga ganun, sila yung mga pupunta yung mga beneficiary. After that, kung wala pa rin sa second degree, third degree, kung wala pa rin talaga, siguro lahat sila nauna na sa'yo, pupunta sa charity.
Before we proceed to my next question, ayan mga Dokis, if you have any questions in regards to your health insurance, Doc Harris, saan kanila pwede tanungin? Sa
They
iyong
could look for
social
me
media?
sa Facebook as Doc Harris, hashtag Ask Doc Harris, or they can
Okay.
call me 0917-819-2918.
Ayan. Tsaka nga pala mga Dokis, do comment below if you like this kind of topics. And then, please support Usapang Dentista because I know sometimes we are too serious, but this is more informative kasi syempre, bilang mga as we discuss yung stages of life na you can watch our previous episode, yung single si Doc Bry, yung married with children na katulad ni Doc Harris, tapos yung pang-retiring age na nakatulad ko. So, do give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Yes, and of course, do subscribe in our channel so we can continue to do that and that hit that notification bell so you will get notified every time we upload. Yes, and then of course, if you really do like this video, do share it with your friends. Tama ba ako dyan, Doc Bry?
Tama dyan, doktora.
Ayan. So, anyway, Doc Harris, may isa pa akong tanong. Is like, pagdating dyan sa beneficiary, okay, kung halimbawa, revocable yung beneficiary, okay, can now the beneficiary be outside blood relation? Or halimbawa, let's say, kasi ngayon, usong-uso na yung mga hiwalayan blues eh. Yan. Kaya nga si Doc Bry ayaw mag-asawa pa eh. medyo, medyo maingat pa siya sa mga ganyan. Which is very good, Doc Bry, because madaling magpakasal. Mahirap
Mabilis,
mag-dissolve.
yung
Lalo
wedding,
na sa
madali yung wedding in
Pilipinas.
marriage yun mahirap eh.
Ano na?
Diba? Madali yung wedding in marriage yun mahirap.
Correct. Oo, yan yon. And then sa Pilipinas, mas mahirap pang ang i-dissolve. So kaya talagang you have to really be very sure. Ayan. Kaya nga, diniscuss namin yan ng 2 episode, mga Dokis, yung episode 1 and 2 namin in regards to making sure if you're already ready to get into it. So, back to my question, Doc Harris. Paano yan ngayon kung halimbawa revocable yung beneficiary? Can your partner or halimbawa a parent, halimbawa may 5 siyang anak tapos dinis-inherit niya yung isa kasi nabubuisit siya, for example, can somebody remove you from the name at wala na siyang magagawa even under the law na kailangan equal lahat, halimbawa lang?
Actually, for the beneficiary, at it is revocable. O kaya, revocable. The policy insured has the full authority to change whatever and whoever he wants to be the beneficiaries are. So kung gusto niya, 10% lang kay anak na lalaki, 50% sa anak na babae, saka 50% kay bunso, pwede. So, ganun po yun. Basta revocable, revocable.
So, sa ano pala, pagdating pala sa insurance, hindi na pa-follow yung typical law na 50% kailangan sa wife and then 50% goes to the division to the children and then half of the legitimate and illegitimate will get certain portions. So pagdating pala dyan, halimbawa lalo na sa health insurance, hindi siya covered bale nung law na yon.
It would depend on kung meron na siya nilagay prior or upon signing of the contract. That signage would be applied. Pero kung wala siya nilagay sa contract na ito magiging beneficiary ko, then the law will follow. Yes
Yes,
po.
pero Doc Harris, let's just say, hindi ba ang health insurance kasi more on the coverage of the health? So,
Yes.
wala na silang makukuha if naubos na sa pagbabayad ng hospitalization?
Hospitalization.
Or is there some health insurance na merong additional benefits on top of hospitalization?
Kung yung health insurance po is a rider sa life insurance, parang you get a big plan of life insurance and then the rider is the health insurance, then yung beneficiary would still get something from the life insurance itself. But
Ah,
from the health insurance at nagamit na, wala na makukuha dun yung beneficiary. Yes,
Kapag
Dr.
for
Allen.
example, ganito, dahil nga COVID ngayon, for example, knock on wood, nagkaroon akong COVID, tapos nahawakan ko yung beneficiary ko, tapos namatay ako, covered din ba siya? O hindi? Pag
Ah,
nakasulagay parehas.
hindi ka na siya covered kasi theoretically, ikaw lang yung insured, kaya hindi na siya
Ah.
insured. Unless meron kayong policy na you're co-insured. But if you just get a single solo policy na hindi siya family policy, hindi na sila covered.
So, mas maganda ba ang family ang kukunin mo para buong pamilya mo insured?
Yes, better, especially around this time na medyo risky masyado for us to get COVID. Get for the whole family.
Individually or as a whole?
As a whole, as a family. You get as a family.
oo, kasi yun nga yung Doc Bry, halimbawa sa health insurance na kinuha ko, may health insurance siya but at the same time, para siyang may savings. Yung halimbawa
Oh,
hindi ka nagkakasakit, nag-earn ng certain interest yung pera mo. Kaya ako nagustuhan yon kasi bawa katulad niyan, hindi ko alam na may nami-miss pala akong 2 buwan yung pagbigay mo ng cheque, kulang pala yung na-issue kong cheque. So, na-miss out ko yon. Pero in the end, because there is parang additional saving rider yung hospitalization, pinaloan ka doon. So parang
yes, yes.
nabayaran mo, yun nga lang, para kang may loan na
Yes,
dun
yes.
sa part na yon.
Ano yun,
Pwede
sir?
ko ipa-loan sa ibang. For example, ako po, meron pong insurance, hindi ko nagagamit. Yung mommy ko may sakit. Pwede bang sa ano ko gagamitin yung ano ko? Health
Actually,
insurance ko?
yes, you can do that. And you can withdraw. You can withdraw
Mm.
and use the
Mm.
money for your mom. Pero,
Mm.
for example, you want her to be covered with the sickness na para sa iyo dapat, hindi pwede.
Okay.
Pero, you could withdraw the
Ah,
amount and use those money para sa treatment ng relative mo. Yes, that's possible.
okay. Okay.
Yan. Mga dokis, I hope na marami kayong natutunan dito sa pag-discuss namin ng health insurance. Doc Bry and I will give our short conclusion and then syempre ang last say dito ay ang ating guru pagdating sa insurance and financial investment. So sa akin mga dokis, what really works for me is I started getting insurance at a younger age. Kasi this is how you really at least maximize the the value of the insurance you are getting rather than getting it when you are already old. Ang maa-advise ko sa inyo mga dokis, lalo na yung mga new generation, yung mas bata pa kay Doc Bry or kasing edad niya, maganda talaga na nagsisimula kayo kahit small amount lang. You know, na you start and then you just add into it as you are capable of already paying for it. Sa akin talaga kasi, Doc, is yun yung nagustuhan ko kasi imaginein mo, I have policies na have better conditions than the policies now because I took it a long time ago. So, ganyan din yung mapapayo ko na kung lalo na kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung bukas. So, it is really better you start early. Yan ang payo ko mga doki sa inyo when it comes to health insurance. Ikaw naman, Doc Bry.
Ako, Doc, ang ma-advise ko is parang sinabi kayo ni Doc Harris is kumuha kayo ng maraming iba't ibang insurance. kung tama yung pagkakaintindi ko, kung meron kayong iba't ibang insurance, so mas marami kayong coverage, mas marami kayong pera para i-cover sa inyong health insurance. Mas marami kayong health prepaid card, kumbaga, para ma-cover lahat ng sakit niyo.
Ayan, Doc Harris, closing please. At ilalagay ko mga dokies kung saan nyo pwedeng kontakin si Doc Harris if you are interested in exploring health insurance when it comes to AXA. Ayan, sige Doc Harris, the floor is yours.
Tama po sinabi ni Doc Brian, saka tama po sinabi ni Doc Jean. Kailangan as early as possible, you take or you start your policy or your startup plan. Hindi naman muna kailangan sobrang laki kasi like I said kanina, you could start 5 times of your annual income. Pag bata ka pa lang, kakagraduate pa lang, syempre your annual income would not be as much as how Doc Jean is earning right now. Kaya yung startup mo na health insurance would be mas mababa ng konti. So, as you upgrade, as the years go by, as you upgrade yourself, as you upgrade your practice, as you earn more, then you also upgrade your health insurance kasi yung needs mo, dumadami din. Yung risk mo magkasakit, dumadami din. Kasi syempre, tumatanda ka. Number one, our wear and tear is really physiologically happening. Tapos, as we age, syempre, lahat ng possible na sakit, pwede natin maramdaman na. So, as early as you start earning, you should start having and getting a health insurance.
So ayan mga Dokis, we hope na marami kayong natutunan dito sa episode na to. And please, if you have any further questions regarding health insurances, don't hesitate to comment below. So ayan Dokis, we will see you on our next episode. Bye-bye!